we're going to jump into the Chargers. So before we hop into the schedule, what are your thoughts on the Chargers after last season and what they did in the offseason this year?
Yeah, so last year they were 10-7. They made a bunch of plays on defense last offseason, and a lot of players were hurt. They had the injury bug last year. The receivers got banged up, especially Mike Will at the end of the season. The way they addressed that was drafting Zay Flowers, who might be pretty good. They had some issues with Austin Eckler. Looks like they're resolved, at least for the season. But this year is their make or break year. So if this doesn't work out, Brandon Staley's out of a job. Austin Eckler's most likely out here. Keenan Allen could be cut. So this is kind of like their going all in season for the Chargers.
Yeah, I definitely think it's their going all in year because Austin Eckler clearly not happy, which is a huge red flag for me. And the fact that they didn't fire Staley, I feel like this is Staley's last stand. And then Justin Herbert, I think he's fine. He's going to get paid no matter what. Justin Herberts don't grow on trees. But
yeah,
without further ado, we have week 1 at home in SoFi. The Chargers kick it off versus the Miami Dolphins. Last time they played last year, one of the most entertaining games. What are your thoughts?
This is at SoFi?
Yeah, this is at SoFi.
Week 1, I'll pick the Chargers to win this game. Chargers usually start out pretty hot. Miami, there's some new pieces there that are going to get acclimated in there. So give me the Chargers to win this game. I think they'll start the season off well.
Okay, starting the season off well again. We're going on the road to Tennessee at 1 o'clock.
I got to give them beating the Titans. I mean, good Lord. Who are they going to, like, Will Levis? They can beat Will Levis.
They can beat Will Levis. Okay, well, glad they can because we're going on the road from Tennessee. We're flying up to Minnesota on our second week on the road in a row to take on Kirk Cousins and the Vikings.
Oh, you're going at home to the Vikings?
Yeah, Vikings are at home.
Oh, man.
At 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock Kirk.
Oh, that's a Chargers loss for sure.
Chargers L. Okay.
And it's going to be a painful one because this is how the Chargers, you know what's going to happen? I'm going to predict the future. Ready? It's going to be 26-24. The Chargers are going to be on their 30-yard line. Brandon Staley goes for it. And then he fails. And then the Vikings hit a last-second field goal. Have you seen that before? Because it happens every year. So this is the year that this happens again.
Okay, so from Minnesota, we're back home in SoFi to take on the Raiders, which this will be a 50-50 crowd probably.
50-50 crowd, but you'll see with my Raiders prediction, it's not going to be pretty. So give me a win there.
Give you a win there. So to start the first quarter of the season, we're currently 3-1. Not bad.
Not bad at all.
Okay, and then after the Raiders, we have our bye, and then we're staying at home and taking on the Dallas Cowboys.
Oh, at home?
Yeah, we're taking on the Cowboys at home, but that'll probably be a lot of Cowboys fans there.
Is that a 1 o'clock game?
No, this is Sunday Night Football.
Sunday Night Football? Ooh, I actually will take the Chargers in this game because I'm thinking about like prime time, bright lights. I feel like Justin Herbert on Sunday night, Monday night, Thursday Night Football, he puts on his best performance. So I have him taking care of the Cowboys.
Okay. And then we have them in Arrowhead to take on the Chiefs.
No.
Nope.
No. They don't beat the Chiefs at Arrowhead. Not many teams do. And the Chargers are one of those teams that cannot beat them at Arrowhead.
And then we're going back home to face off versus Justin Fields and the new look Chicago Bears. And then this is a Monday Night Football game.
Well, you would think with their contributions on defense, getting the, Joey Bosa's and Khalil Max, that they'll be able to stop the run after all these years. They can't. The Bears win this game because the Chargers, no matter how much talent they get on defense, they can never stop the run. And what do the Bears do very, very, very well? Run the football. So give me the Bears to win that game.
Okay. So coming out of Q2, we are currently 4-3. And then we head to MetLife to face the Jets.
What time?
So this is a Thursday Night Football game.
Thursday night game. I got to take the Jets there. Jets have a better defense. Jets have better weapons, I would say. Aaron Rodgers, it seems like he seems pretty happy right now. Give me the Jets in that game.
The Jets in that game. Okay. And then that takes us back home, and we're facing off versus Detroit.
Oh, tough slate of games in a row. Yeah, Detroit. I got to go Detroit. We both think that Detroit's going to be world beaters, and I just don't think one of their losses is going to be to the 27-0 Chargers.
Okay, so now we're 4-5, but we're going on the road to Green Bay to face off versus the Packers.
That's a win. I think they can contain Jordan Love. That's it. That's all they can do.
And then we're back in SoFi going up against the Ravens, who at this point in the season have probably lost to Stetson Bennett at home.
Yeah.
According to you.
Well, they're both kind of in the same tier of AFC teams. I have the Chargers winning this game.
You have the Chargers winning this game?
Yeah, at this point. Especially after they lost to Stetson Bennett. They're going to be ashamed of themselves.
Okay, so a little bit of a rough stretch, but now we're above 500 again at 6-5. Then we are going on the road to New England to face off against the Patriots, which have kind of historically had the Chargers number.
I don't think the Chargers have beat the Patriots since the 90s, so that's my answer. I don't think Patriots own the Chargers. Don't know why, especially in the Belichick era. Sorry. Hopefully they can score this time, because last time they lost 45-0.
And then we are at home versus the Denver Broncos, and then I had them winning that game. Do you agree?
Yeah, I think they'll split with the Broncos. So split with the Broncos. They'll probably split with the Chiefs too. And then they're going to win both against the Raiders.
Yep. And then next week against the Raiders.
Yeah,
another game.
Sorry, I don't have faith in Brian Hoyer. So at this point, I'm going with the narrative that Jimmy G's not available. So it's going to be tough for them.
And then next week, really interesting game here. Chargers versus the Bills for, I think, the first time. Have we seen a Josh Allen, Justin Herbert game?
I don't remember. Honestly, this is going to be like kind of similar, I think, to the Chiefs and Chargers game last year. Super competitive, super close. I'll have the Chiefs winning that and the Chargers winning that game.
The Chargers. Okay.
Especially because they'll be contending for the wild card for sure.
Okay. And then after that, we have the Chargers going to Denver to face the Broncos, somewhere Herbert's had kind of been his house of nightmares.
Yeah, so this is a team. I said they were going to split with the Broncos. They won the first game. I think they lose in Mile High.
Okay, and then last week at home versus the Chiefs. We're currently 9-7 right now, vying for a wild card spot. How do you see this game going?
So I'll pick the Chargers to win. Yeah, 10-7, I guess. I mean, this is a game. This is kind of like either way they win this game or lose this game. This is exactly kind of where I have them. Between 9-8 and 10-7. I don't see them being any more or any less, honestly, barring injuries.
Yeah, I can definitely agree with that. Especially like the Chargers, it's going to be so hit or miss. Like one year they could be a playoff team, and they haven't really done much to improve their team. Players are probably starting to lose faith in Staley. So like we had that stretch of tough games in there where you had them losing like 5 out of 6 games there, but that could also be a point in the season where instead of starting to win again, you really see the team quit on Brandon Staley. Justin Herbert is very passive. He's not the leader like Joe Burrow is. He's not the leader like even Josh Allen, for throwing up before every game, still goes out there and tries hard. And then Patrick Mahomes. So I just don't, in turmoil, I don't know how his leadership's going to be. Like, do you think he'll push through it if they fired Staley mid-season, or do you think he'd kind of just like play okay, be himself?
Honestly, with Herbert, I need to see him show leadership qualities before I can chalk him in as a leader. I'm not here to discredit his talent. He's one of the most talented, if not arguably the most talented player, tangible-wise, in the NFL. But until he shows that he's the ability to gather the troops and get them through tough times like they are slated to have, I can't put him as a leader. And if that does happen, I see the Chargers crumbling a little bit.